No is a complete sentence, just so everybody knows. So. I'm Casey Hart. I'm the owner of Foxwood Tattoo Collective, and I've been tattooing for 10 years. I am mostly focused in feminine black and gray floral, mandala, geometric work generally. Burnout is something completely different than anxiety or what people would describe as stress. First, to understand burnout, you have to separate anxiety and stress. Anxiety is something that you stress about something in the future. Anxiety is, I lost my keys. And you're going like this, but you didn't actually lose your keys. Stress is actually losing your keys. Burnout is actually typically people who are overperforming in their job. They're actually extremely good at their job. They're the one that is running around taking care of everything, doing everyone else's job. They're the best performing person, but they have no extra energy. They don't have time for extracurricular activities. They don't have the energy to be with their loved ones or spend time doing what they love. A burnout actually is harder to diagnose and find and feel that you're going through because you actually feel like you're overperforming and you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. What happens is, in a business like tattooing, we say yes to a ton of things all at once, mostly because we want to and we love what we do, and it makes us feel good when we make people's dreams come true and we make them happy. So we say yes to a ton of things, then that ton of things comes into months and months and months of over stressful work and this need to perform that creates sloppy work, creates you stressing out, it makes you not want to come to work anymore, makes you not excited about your work, you'll cut corners, and eventually what a burnout is no longer loving what you do, no longer wanting to show up to work, no longer wanting to be everything you were wanting to be in the first place, everything you were striving to do. What happens with artists typically is they end up quitting or kind of going on hiatuses or multiple hiatuses going through tattooing. They quit within the first couple years because once they realize they have a demand now, and the demand is so high, especially now in 2022, people are not setting boundaries. And they're very uncomfortable setting boundaries, and they don't know how to set boundaries. So I'm trying to teach others how to set boundaries for themselves, how to feel those emotions, run through them correctly, not bury, and become burnt out over a long period of time. How to avoid burnouts completely is time management. The answer nobody likes. Time management is the answer. You have to have boundaries. The answer nobody else likes as well. You have to learn to say no, this is enough for me, this is the workload I can perform my best at and continue to make consistent work from there. What you have to do is learn your boundaries and what works for you, then sticking to your own rules. We set the rules and we break the rules all the time. You have to set them like somebody else made them, because no one else is going to step foot in front of me and say, that's enough for her today. She can't tattoo anymore. She can't take on another email. She can't take on another drawing. You have to be that person. It's learning to say no very confidently and without an explanation. No is a complete sentence. And if you're in the middle of a burnout and you're kind of stuck in this place, books closing, that's why you see this more and more often, is closing your books and saying, I am not taking any more inquiries, I'm not taking any more consultations, I'm not adding anything else to my calendar, because I am at my max capacity where I can perform the best that I can. We want to have a consistent experience for everybody. You don't want I tattoo you and you have an awesome time and you have a beautiful tattoo. 3 months I'm tired and beat up and she gets a beat up tattoo. That's not what everybody wants. You want Casey Hart at her best every time she tattoos. How do I do that? Putting up boundaries, saying no, because people will walk all over you until you say no. No one will say no for you. Not ever. You know why? Because they think they're deserving of your time. But it's so small, it'll only take 5 minutes, it'll only be this, and this. It is about them and not you. It has to be about you first. And that is a hard lesson that this society has drilled into us to unlearn, that we are first. No is a complete sentence, and you cannot get what you want just because you want it right now. Not everyone's urgency is your urgency. The beauty of being a tattoo artist is I make the rules. And there's no one telling me I have to tattoo. I don't have to do anything.